podcast to honor the gods.
This better
Have
come
you
with
ever
a
gotten so
sacrifice.
distracted in Stardew Valley that you forgot to
Text
sleep?
Media.
Have you realised
Ghostly
that you have a whole
servants
room
in
in your
ancient
house
Egyptian
full of
clothes
dolls?
ushered
Or have
us
you even
toward an
bored your
outdoor
friends to
pavilion
sleep talking
lined
about
with
your
life-size
passion?
statues of the gods.
Well then, Content
We crossed a
Capable
footbridge
is the
over a
podcast for
moat
you.
full of
Join
albino
me,
crocodiles,
Sam, as I chat to
which made
people
me think of
passionate
Philip
about
of
what they do,
Macedonia
asking
and what
questions
might be
about how
happening
they fell
back
in love
at
with their
Brooklyn
passion,
House.
what
Then I
they
stepped
do,
inside
and
the
how it
pavilion,
interacts with
and
their
my jaw
day-to-day lives.
dropped.
Catch
A
the podcast
feast
every
was
Monday
spread out
as
on
I
a
find
long
out what
mahogany
makes someone
table.
tick,
Our
all while gleaning
old
interesting
dining
and
table
insightful
from the
life
house in
lessons
LA.
along the way.
I could even see the
There'll be
notch I
laughs,
carved
a
in
bit
the
of
wood
crying, a
with
whole
my
lot of
first Swiss Army
conversations,
knife.
and we
The
learn
only time
just a
I
little
recall
bit
my
more
dad
about
getting
the world
really
around
mad
us.
at me. The chairs were stainless steel with leather seats, just like I remembered. And when I looked outside, the view shimmered back and forth. Now the grassy hills and glittering blue sky of the afterlife. Now the white walls and huge glass windows of our old house. Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parents.
Hi, I'm Raye, following the path of Geb.
And I'm Charlie, following the path of Bast.
And I'm Matt, following the path of Hather.
Woo!
We totally
Woo!
did it. We're great at intros.
We're wonderful at this. Y'all won't be able to tell because we recorded some things early, but this is us finally coming back to the pod from so long.
There was a TV show, if you remember that. That was a little bit ago.
There was a little
and
TV
then
show.
there was life emergency hiatus.
Life, death. I mean, actually, no death as far as I can tell.
Yes, no actual death in our personal.
Except the death of my furniture.
Just concerning the hell out of all
It was just the death of my furniture, don't worry.
The death of your furniture.
And
the
maybe
death
the
of
death
my
of
shoulder
Ray's
muscle.
Shoulder, yeah.
It's fine, probably. The physio will tell me on Tuesday, I'm sure.
It's just you know when Smash Mouth was like the years start coming and they don't stop coming. It's just that.
They do not stop coming.
Things did not stop happening. Okay.
But yeah, it's good to be back. Not that we weren't already back for the rest of you guys, but you know,
yeah.
I appreciated reading a chapter of Cain.
It's been so long.
Yeah, it's
since we
been
read Cain.
1 week.
Well, yes, it's been 1 week for the listeners, but it's been so long for us that I'm like, I can't believe we're coming back on this, and Bray has to be emotionally broken for this one because Matt chose the most masochistic chapter, in my opinion, for this book. So
Charlie told me I could pick whatever chapter I wanted, and I said, oh, there's this fun, sad chapter at the end of the book. Let's do that one.
choices were made, for sure.
I do have a special thanks to give out, which is thank you to Echo Worm Rick Riordan on YouTube, who read this book for me while I was at work because I didn't want to have to do it after I got home from work so I could like eat food and relax. And it was very nice of this person to just upload this entire book on YouTube. It's probably not legal, but like, who's gonna get mad at you for reading a book?
People do that all the freaking time. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everybody does that. But Raye, I'm sure you don't know this because you haven't been on the Discord, but this is my 5th snow day in a row.
Oh, holy shit. Man,
so
we have
I
not
didn't have to go to work.
I live in the fucking north, the like mid-north of the country, and I have not had shit. We have not had like sticky snow like more than like once, and it was like 1 day. And like everywhere else in the whole goddamn country, everywhere east and south is just getting fucking bombarded. It's insane. This whole winter, shit's been crazy.
I don't know.
We were feeling very lucky with our honeymoon time, and then we got away from it for
Hell yeah.
several weeks.
Also, congratulations, speaking of which.
Yeah, Matt got hitched.
Yay!
Y'all did it.
That's fucking awesome.
Ooh.
Good job.
Like, I did nothing. She did almost all of it.
Was that like her thing? Like, does she enjoy the the things.
She
Okay,
enjoyed all the planning so much. She did a ton of it. Like, because she's a graphic designer, so
Oh,
she
hell yeah.
had so much fun designing all this stuff. And her point was, why would I pay someone when I can do it myself and know I'm doing it
good
the
for
way I want
her.
it to be?
Exactly. That's how you do it.
Okay.
Amazing.
How about chapter? What do we think?
You wanted to talk about a chapter called We Buy Some Time?
Stellar chapter title. I mean, technically it is not a monetary transaction but it is a barter transaction.
It is a transaction.
A transaction occurs, but it's a gamble. It's not technically a purchase.
Again, we have to make the joke of, buying time. And I think that's why it's beautifully done.
Yes. No, I would not want it any other way. It does not lose any points for accuracy, but I'm just saying it's not technically accurate, even though it's perfect.
We're just doing the semantic thing because we have to. It's the artistic way.
Semantics on a literature podcast?
Never.
No.
Okay.
Never.
Kind of. This chapter covers a lot, but also, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. The kids, they're stuck in a bind. They are not able to enter the 8th house because, they lost some time. That happened last chapter, y'all remember. Taurette convinces them to head on anyways, since their parents are down the river and might be able to help out. Sadie gets Ra to sit in his fancy chair. That exists now. We montage over to Osiris's place, and the kids get to sit down and have birthday cake with their folks, which is nice. Pops Kane, he invited Khonshu to dinner, seeing as he's the only one who can fix our little time problem. The kids wager their and Bess's Ren in exchange for 3 hours of moonlight. It technically works, but Khonshu, he kind of eats Bess because he's a freak. And then, with another quick montage, the kids get to the 12th house, which unfortunately involves a giant chaos pit these days, and they ride on down and finally catch up with evil Ice Cream Man.
I forgot he was called the evil Ice Cream Man. Old Vladdy.
Old Vladdy. Mr. Menshikov.
Vladdy the Batty.
Oh, good. I do love a good Vlad.
It's a great villain name.
Vlad
Masters.
Anyone?
Vlad Plasmius. Same guy. We said a different name, but it's the same guy. Give me that Danny Phantom shit, as always.
He could be an ice cream man. He wears white a little bit in some of his costumes.
The vampire chic for that one.
It's true. I mean, you kind of have to with the name Vlad, so
you have to. It's important. Charlie, do you have anything for us today?
I do. In fact, I have some things for you today. So, in case you missed it, would you like to talk about Aru? I think that's how you. I see no other way to pronounce it here. I think that just says Aru.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like Aru. I don't know what this means. Do you know when the pronunciation thing is like in the pronunciation language?
No, I can't. I can't translate that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't remember. I do not remember my phonetic letters.
Oh, it's A as in father. Aru. Yep.
Aru.
No, I'm right.
Yep.
Okay.
You're good.
Cool.
So Aru.
Cool. I'm glad that I can just hover over it and it tells me. Thank you, Wikipedia. Sometimes
that is helpful.
You're helpful.
Oh, the Field of Reeds. Okay, just like from our Disney Plus show.
Exactly.
Sorry, I just opened the wiki, so.
So yeah, they mention going to Aru in this chapter, and hey, look, Rick did the thing right. He got it exactly right there. It is Aru. It means reeds, and it's usually translated as the Field of Reeds.
Mm-hmm.
It's the paradise or the heaven of the Egyptian mythology. Osiris is the one who rules there. No way. Who would have thought? I mean,
Hi, Dad.
He
Hi, Dad.
is the god of like all the dead, but this is just, I guess he lives specifically with the good people for some reason.
No, that makes sense. Just like being around, I don't know. I guess from my Christian perspective, heaven is supposed to be like proximity to God. And so just like wherever he lives is probably the best spot because of his influence. I don't know. That's yeah.
It's the similar line of logic. I could that would make sense.
I guess
to me
I'm just
from that
thinking how like
perspective, too.
Hades just rules over all of the underworld, and it's not like you're closer or farther away from him.
Right, he has his own
anyway.
house. Yeah.
He's separate. He's
Yeah.
separate from
and
the
Osiris
three
here is
areas.
kind of like, I don't know, the anti-devil because he rules over the heaven by himself. So I don't know, man. This is, after the weighing of the heart, the good people go here. Otherwise, they, get their heart eaten, as we always love to talk about. Good old Amit.
Yeah. So all the souls live here, technically, then, because the other ones are all destroyed by being consumed, right?
Yes. So
this does make sense, I guess. That
yeah, I mean, it's unclear what exactly happened. So it says they're submitted to a second death, doomed to restlessness in the Duat.
Oh,
so I would assume that they're just kind of like anywhere in the Duat, and like they have no idea who they are, where they are, what to do. Kind of. I don't know, maybe they're in the Lake of Fire or something. Like, I'm sure we've gone over some of this stuff and I've forgotten it. But they're just kind of roaming forever.
Okay.
It is very interesting that their version of heaven is, like, working the fields forever. Because that is definitely my version of heaven, is manual labor. Raye, any comments based on your current work?
I would love to never have to work, so...
So if you got sent here, this would actually be your bad place.
Yeah, no, that would fucking suck. But I do like gardening,
This is
so
the bad place.
maybe farm work would appeal to me more than I think it would. But like, my body can really only take so much, so...
The real question is, like, is your body going to have the same limitations in the afterlife?
Right, exactly.
Like, do you get breaks?
Yeah, if it's a work at your own pace kind of work day and you get ample days off, like, whatever. The Christian Bible also implies that there is labor in heaven. Like,
it does?
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to go to heaven anymore. I don't like this.
Yeah, and I find that super interesting that, like, old agrarian societies, like, have this idea that paradise is somewhere where food and work both are plentiful.
My brain is just thinking of this through the capitalist society lens, and I'm just like, yes, because we all must keep working, or else we're worth nothing.
The Protestant work ethic, like, if you laziness is like moral degradation or whatever, that's all bullshit, by the way.
Fucking hate all of this. Like, I'm glad that this is their version of heaven. It's not my version of heaven, unless there are, again, the ample breaks and work at your whatever pace.
So I think that it shows that, like, the way that we conceptualize labor has changed so drastically that, like, this is how it used to be characterized, paradise. Because, I suppose if you were living in that kind of society, what do you do that isn't labor? The earth and what it produces is your life and your livelihood.
Yeah.
I wonder if part of it too is that, eternal paradise is also being of the physical level to perform the manual labor. So it's also you being physically capable of doing whatever you want to do.
Being part of something.
Sorry, I was just looking at this one thing that it was like which gate it was. On the page here, it's like it alternates between 15 and 21 gates, and I'm like, what?
Huh?
I like that Rick was just like, it's just 12.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
There's 12 of them. That's really funny because none of the gates are that important anyways. Like, we really do just skip over all the other gates in this chapter.
Like, if you want a more, like, concise of, like, all the different gates and how that happens, I would definitely recommend the OSP video on the journey of Raw. Because Red goes through every single one of them and is like, this is what we know. Because there is a lot to go through. I do like that Aru is in the east, specifically. You would think, the dead are always in the west, but it's where the sun is rising. Remember? Like, because this is later in the night.
Right.
Would make sense. because he kind of goes like in a circle,
Yes.
like around everything, is how they conceptualize it, at least.
Right. Which makes sense, technically, the spheres and whatnot. But yeah, I like that. The dead are right before the sunrise. That's kind of cute.
Oh, okay. No, it's the 21 portals in Osiris's mansion. And that's why there are 21 deities mentioned here at the bottom, I guess.
Oh boy.
I'm not mentioning all of them, but maybe I'll call out a couple ones that have fun names. I don't know.
So
Dreadful. Yes.
Dreadful.
so he's just got gates in his house, and then everybody comes by or whatever.
I guess so. Yeah, they once they arrive, they enter through a series of gates. Okay. So, yeah. Piercing a voice or high of double doors. Love that. Is that the door name or is that the person name? Name of portal as goddess versus guardian god. So, yes and yes.
Huh.
It's both the door's name and it's the goddess's name.
I think it's both.
I don't know.
Okay, maybe. Sorry, is the door a goddess and also has a guardian who's a god?
Okay.
Are they all married? Because that is.
What does it say when you have to go through the goddess as if she's a portal? Like, what does that mean metaphorically?
I'm really I really don't even know, my dude.
Right, did you want to turn on a light?
I was trying to roll up my curtain and it won't go up. It hates me, maybe? It just there it goes.
I'm glad you
Well, now I have a little light.
For a little bit longer, at least.
Yeah.
Ra's about to go back down to
Yeah, he is.
the underworld.
The sky is very pink, like, when it reflects off the bottom of the clouds. That's what we're dealing with over here. It's pretty nice.
I love that for you. I'm gonna move on to the Khonshu page. I think
yes, my man.
That's basically it for Aru. I mean, it's just it's the place.
Yep. That's where he lives.
There we go. So, Khonshu, he has 50 million spellings here for his name, but he's Khonshu. So, and I think that's his original Egyptian name. Yeah, I don't think he has a Greek version of his name like some of them do.
Mm-hmm.
So he is the god of the moon. His name means traveler. Love that. He as in Moon Knight, he protects those who travel at night. Got it? Yeah. We're gonna be making a lot of Moon Knight references in this episode. Go listen to our bonus feed where we have Moon Knight, all of them, all of the episodes. We talked about them.
I was very interested in Rick's depiction as kind of a trickster kind of guy. Not even quite, but yeah, he had that energy.
I have thoughts to say when we get to the Rick's version, but I know I'll be saying similar things to what Darian said on Muses recently. so of course he's also kind of linked with Thoth because he's also a god of the moon. If we didn't already cover that, I'm pretty sure we said Thoth is also a god of the moon. Oh, he creates life. Khonshu, creator of life. Absolutely. This makes so much sense to me.
The great snake who fertilizes the cosmic egg. So I guess thanks for that.
So he's depicted in so many variations. You can see that there's 3 different pictures here. But this page mostly chose the falcon head. So sometimes he has the falcon head. He's kind of like Horus, but moon disc on his head. He's got the 2 symbols that most of the gods have, as usual. He's a protector and a healer. Once again, I'm just where do I see this? I need an actual depiction of Khonshu that references all the things here, because of the 2 representations I know, which is Cain and Moon Knight, I'm not seeing a whole lot that relates. But also sometimes he's got what is the official name of it? But it's the lock of childhood that young Horus usually has, that Rick actually puts on him, which I was oh wow, good job.
Yeah.
So sometimes he's like that, but he also is a mummy, so he's dead? ? I don't know why he's a mummy. Maybe that's somewhere on this page. Oh, okay. One of his symbols is a necklace that is associated with Hathor. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? It's called the Menat.
That's so vague.
Good luck, good fortune, and protect against evil spirits. It's associated with Hathor, but it's also a symbol of Khonshu, according to this Wikipedia. And also, sometimes he has the crook and the flail, which is, he has those in his mummy form with the side lock. Again, I have questions how all of this relates.
So apparently he's a big deal in the underworld, so I guess that's why he's got mummy shit going on.
I would assume there's something going on with that. Oh, he's described as greatest of all the gods.
Wow.
Again, where is this representation? I'm not seeing it. Yeah.
Clearly very humble.
So he cured... There's stories about him curing people with illness. Oh, he cured Ptolemy the Fourth of an illness, or Ptolemy, after he was cured, called himself beloved of Khonshu, who protects his majesty and drives away evil spirits. Cool. Oh yeah, his parents. I never went over that. Amun and Mut. Oh, we've talked about Amun. Okay, yeah, Amun is one of those guys that gets conflated or gets combined with Ra, and Mut is one of those people who is
Mut literally just means mother.
She is mothering. So
as all
the Egyptian goddesses do, honestly. That's really vague, though. Wonderful. Okay, roll the underworld. Let's talk about that. What did he do in the underworld?
He mummifies the gods in the cannibal hymns, apparently.
Yeah, there is the cannibal hymn that, I think, is that what they talk about in this chapter? Or something. They talk about one of the things. Well, that's wonderful.
But yeah, he's the butcher of other gods is the wording used here, that's great. Yeah, and he takes out their entrails and offers them to Osiris, I guess.
Oh, he's linked to the god, our guy, Shezmu? You remember Shezmu?
Vaguely.
In the last book? Oh, he was the weird guy who tried to sell them, like, the perfumes or something?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
He's so forgettable, but I'm just like, yeah, let's put these two together for some reason. They're in like a trio of deities? ? Maybe? It's unclear.
But there's also 5 bloodthirsty
What's
helpers.
What's up with all this bloodthirsty shit going on here?
Okay, they're saying it's poorly written in the paragraph. There's 3 unknown guys and Khonshu and Shezmu. That's the 5.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's a context where Khonshu lives on hearts, and I guess that means that he was the one who devoured hearts before Amit was brought into the religion.
I guess that's why they're so at each other's throats in Moon Knight.
Yeah, there we go.
She stole his fucking job, man.
She stole his fucking job. But also it seems like it was kind of the opposite in Moon Knight.
Yeah.
They kind of did a little bit of a backtrack.
Yeah, he was like, actually, you're bad at your job, and I'm doing it now.
Yeah. Okay. I love that in his, like, moon god stuff, they give him, like, the sickle sword, because it looks like a moon! Haha!
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, you love it.
It says the crescent moon was also linked to the horns of the bull and was a masculine symbol of fertility.
Hell yeah.
I believe they do similar things in, like, Greek stuff with, like, because Selene also wears, like, a moon thing, and it usually ends up looking like a bull, so I think that's kind of like a popular, like, linking of bulls to moons for that reason. And, like, the lunar cycle is all the face of the life. I like that. Very good. I love how cyclical everything is in Egyptian stuff. It's always fun. So Khonshu is sometimes the child or the young bull. That makes sense. Why does this... Okay, it's... So at the beginning of the lunar cycle, he's like that, and then I guess he, like, ages. This feels like some Father Time, Baby New Year kind of shit.
Like, the bottom of the thing has this whole thing where they're just like, he's just also Ra. Like, he just also becomes a child and then ages throughout the day for some reason.
I mean, the moon is a reflection of the sun.
Yes.
I don't know if they knew that at the time, but
they do kind of the same thing, so
they do.
I mean, that makes sense.
You know, it makes sense to have them be very similar in that form anyway. Yeah, so he's a creator and all that stuff, apparently. That's good to know. Oh my god, he's got, like, a bunch of different forms as well. And he gets merged with Thoth and somebody else. I don't know who Neferhotep is.
Okay, it says that might be an epithet added to Khonshu's name, so it could be another, like, deity he got mixed with, or just could be just like an aspect.
Makes sense. Oh yeah, the only other pop culture thing that he is in is technically Night at the Museum, but he does not appear. They just reference, the fact that the moon is actually what gives the tablet its powers.
Right.
Speaking of moonlight, Raye is in total darkness now. Raye, you're in a
Yeah,
void.
it's gotten pretty dramatic at this point.
Yeah, really.
I'll go turn on a light. BRB.
It's gonna be distracting. But the fact that you're just in a void of nothing.
It's a really solid backdrop.
There, is that better? I'm not like floating in the darkness anymore.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
The most fancy family portrait that my family has is absolute shit. Like, we paid good money to go have our portraits taken, so like we kept using it for a while. But like, my mom had a shit haircut. My brother is wearing a black shirt, and they put us in a black background. And he's taller than everyone else in the family. He's like 6'6". He was probably like 6'4" back then or something. But anyways, so like he's wearing this black shirt, and he looks like a head floating slightly above and behind the rest of us. It's horrible. And
amazing.
We're like, I can't believe the photographer didn't realize that this was bad. Like, thanks, guys.
Love that. Amazing. Yeah. So if y'all are wondering why the myth that they keep bringing up about Khonshu is not on this page, it's because that was Thoth.
Oh.
It's because that was Thoth that was gambling with the moonlight.
Damn.
I
forgot about that. But it works.
Like, either it was Thoth that gambled with Nut, or it was Thoth that gambled with, why am I forgetting his name? I just looked at his page, Khonshu. So it's like, it's barely attributed to him, honestly. All of the other stuff is more important. And Rick was just like, no, this is the most important thing. Okay?
Giving him something to do as the moon guy, I appreciate. I appreciate the depiction. It wouldn't be as fun if we had to bring back Thoth and have him do this. I mean, having Khonshu be like a fucked up little guy about it.
I think, I don't know how I would have implemented Khonshu necessarily into here, but I think I would have used something that he was actually part of, maybe. If possible.
I feel like it's one of those where Rick was just like, Khonshu's one of the ones that people are most likely to know, so what's something fun I can pull the tiniest thread of to fit in a story?
It's just funny. Alright,
see, Thoth is already a guy. He already did some stuff. Rick was like, we're gonna have a whole dude with a whole philosophy about things.
I get it. I'm just saying, if I were the one doing all this, we might not even have this specific plot situation that they're in that needed the gambling. Like, I get it. Rick's like he kept talking about it last book, so we had to replay it now. As we like to replay our myths in Rick books. But, I don't know. Let's buy some time, guys.
When the gambling for time came up, it was like an awesome thing for me. I was like, holy shit, I kind of can't believe I didn't think of that. Like, Charlie, what the fuck are you doing? You were doing that like so weird. You were like mouthing the can.
I'm sorry, I was trying to get the little bits of Coke out of it.
Okay, I like seriously thought you were doing a bit. Like,
no, I was just trying to drink my fucking Coke.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you out then. I feel bad, actually.
We love a visual gag in
yeah,
audio
it's so
medium.
very helpful. Thank you.
I support your endeavor to get the last drops of Coke. It's economical of you.
Thank you so much. Actually, no.
Always support finishing your Coke.
Just gotta snort it up. Sorry, I just remembered another thing about the gambling for the moonlight. The reason why the fact that Rick chose this is so strange and controversial is because this was invented by the Greeks, not the Egyptians.
Well,
Plutarch is the one who told this story. So, like, I've always thought it was so cool and interesting because of the, like, cyclical nature of the Egyptian stuff, and like, oh yeah, like, how do you reckon with the year is like 5 days longer than the 360 of a circle, you know? I've always thought that was very cool and like mathematical. It's the Greeks who did it, not the Egyptians. Fuck everything.
That is too bad. In my mind, I don't expect mythological accuracy from these books. I like learning fun facts from these books, but in general, I'm like not that pressed about it because whatever serves his narrative. I respect that he is part of a legacy of reinterpretation of these ancient stories. Because that's what they were fucking doing the whole time. Everybody's, just retelling and adding their own shit.
I think my gripe comes from the fact that Rick's whole aim here is to tell the stories in a way that's easily digestible for kids to teach them about the mythology. And I'm like, so what you're doing is you're teaching them inaccurate information by doing that. You're teaching them, to, call out their teachers and say, no, that's not right. You got that wrong. Fun fact, I did call out my teacher at one point for saying that Athena was Zeus's sister, and I was like, no, Athena was born from Zeus's head. This was not like a Greek mythology teacher. This was my English teacher.
Oh,
And I'm like, why did you get this so blatantly wrong?
So what's interesting is that apparently there is a problem of Percy Jackson fans just very confidently saying really wrong shit about mythology, specifically on the internet.
Yes, correct.
But I don't.
Sounds about right.
I can't say that I blame Rick for that because you should know better.
Just
because you read something in a fantasy book does not mean that that's the actual story.
In fact, don't take anything that we've said in our myth section as actually factually accurate. I'm reading stuff off of Wikipedia because I'm passionate about learning these things myself. Sorry,
and
Matt, I cut you off.
These are stories that get reinterpreted constantly, and there are multiple things that are true at the same time. There are whole family trees that are different depending on who you ask. Okay, sorry, I'm done.
He doesn't advertise it. It's not historical fiction or realistic. It's fantasy. So if you just because you're using some other stories as a basis, you still need to Google it if you're going to reference that information outside of the book.
I believe you about that being his stated goal, Charlie, but at the same time that's not really what I think of these books as being for. I think of these as more as a way to garner interest in the topic so that you can look further into it if if this stuff does interest you.
I think it's a little bit of both of those things.
Yeah, agreed.
So I have gripes with the things that are more blatantly wrong. How about that?
Yeah.
Nephthys still gets me.
Specifically not acknowledging that that's not the accurate,
because sometimes he does make jokes about that stuff, when we had
he'll
Pandora's
be like, some
box.
people say that this was the other guy, but that's not actually true in this version of whatever.
Rick actually putting in the effort to be no, it's not a box, it's Pandora's jar, it's a pithos is specifically what it was. Correcting stuff like that is so cool to me to
right.
Because then you get the kids actually knowing.
I feel like that kind of thing only really comes up when it is a super commonly known myth already. Something that you would have already picked up from pop culture. Because then, he does get to teach you something a fun fact that you can share with your classmates or whatever. But with the more obscure myths, he takes a lot of liberties.
This is true. This is absolutely true. Okay. We're actually going to get to it. We're going to...
Yeah, this is a lot of preamble.
And it's not a short chapter.
Nope.
No, it's not. So we're depressed. We have lost 3 hours of our time, beaten by a freaking time limit. It's almost like the time limits in a Rick Riordan book are the real villains. Because he always has one. Every time.
We gotta add tension somehow.
And it's even worse when he gives a time limit to the ADHD characters. I think that's actually a hate crime. Personally.
Yeah.
You will be hearing from our lawyers, Rick.
Okay,
so Carter is he's the world is gonna fucking end. We lost. This sucks. He is real. The depression is
it's
strong.
Immediate. He's just well, that's it.
Game over. Done. And Horace is it's not a game. It's not supposed to be possible. So you gotta keep trying. And it's okay, but how? What do I do?
He's like, okay, yeah, I get that I need to, like, hold on to hope as a leader and stuff, but the world is still ending, though.
Yeah, Horace is being the ever helpful and basically saying you must hide your despair and instill confidence in your troops.
You gotta be good for morale, man. It's bad for morale if you look like you're, like, actively dying.
Sorry, I like to wear my dying on my sleeve. Nope, that doesn't work. But Carter is worried about, like, all of his friends and his family and everything. Wow, I can't give up just for them. You know, I owe them. I gotta try. What do we do?
At least
Oh, yeah,
Tara is
Tara's-
here being delightful.
I forgot that she was still here. She's still here.
Just
for
long
a
enough to
second.
send them on their way.
Yeah.
Because she's the one who says, maybe you'll find an answer in Aru, and they're like, what? And they're like, and she's like, it's the 7th house, tell your father hello. Very sweet.
And they're like, "What, Dad? No way!" Like, guys, you're in the Duat. Did you not think you would run into him again? Where do you think he lives?
This is his place.
Or
Yeah.
dies? Question mark. What is? If you're already dead, then what is the verb that you are doing? Is it still living? It's because it's not dying. You've already died. So
Yeah,
Just
existing. Yeah.
I mean, I guess they are in the afterlife, so I guess maybe there is a little bit of life. I don't know.
So Ra is here being senile. He keeps saying things about weasels and zebras. I don't know if this is like buried memory or if I just understand Rick's writing style, but all of this is going to come back. Like, we're going to understand what the fuck Ra is talking about here later. Like, this is like, I can tell that there's some shit about weasels that are, he's not actually talking about weasels because we already see it happening. He's like, moon pie, and then Conchi shows up and he's like, that was referring to you. He's talking about something. I don't know what.
He could be. Who's to say?
Charlie has to be coy because they know everything.
Listen, I don't actually remember the plot of the next book. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember it.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
gonna have
either.
to reread it before we go so I can figure out what myth things I'll be able to talk about, like what's left. I don't know what's left
There were
at
too
this
many
point.
chapters in the first book. Burned through everything in Red Pyramid.
Yeah,
Honestly.
basically. The next one's pretty short though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like 20 chapters or
does-
something.
Literally every single one of these books gets shorter and shorter progressively, and it's funny.
It's around there.
Oh, it's 22? 22. And this one is 24. So
Did get
yeah,
shorter.
It certainly got shorter. Just a little bit. So, yeah, Ra, he's not all there. And Sadie is being very disrespectful.
She is. She calls him
You
an
old
old git. And Bess is like, you literally can't say that about Ra, the king of the gods.
And Sadie's like, well, he is.
What happens when he gains his, like, mental facilities back and then he remembers what you said about him? Sadie, he could smite you.
I have a dear hope that Ra is somewhat of a chill guy, maybe.
Again, I have no memory. So, oh yeah, he wants to eat the rope and then he wants to eat his crook. So Sadie uses the crook like it's a dog bone and to get him to like move around and go on. Was it onto the boat? Yeah,
That's rough. Yeah.
there we go.
As soon as he steps onto the boat, there's the thing is here.
The thing. You want to say the title of the book? What is it? What's it called? What's it called again? Could it be the throne?
The burning
fire?
chair or something like that. Yeah.
The throne of fire? Maybe? Everybody drink.
Roll credits.
We did it. Yeah, he doesn't even notice that the chair is there. He doesn't notice that it's on fire or anything. Thankfully, he gets a wardrobe change, as everybody does when they go onto this wonderful boat. He's no longer in a hospital gown. He looks more kingly, but also he's still an old man.
Yeah. He says, don't want a chair. Sorry, I don't think that Ra is going to take back his pharaoh responsibilities. He's not into it anymore. That's what I'm getting from that line specifically.
What do you think he wants to do? What do you think is Ra's end goal once they...
He's retired. He's fucking done.
But is he gonna go back to, like, Tuaret's Sunny Acres? Or where's he gonna go? What does he want to do?
Not chair.
Not chair.
Somebody's gotta go in the chair, though. Like,
Somebody's gotta go in the chair.
this place literally is supposed to, like, breathe life into Duat, and
Mhm,
because Ra stopped doing it, it stopped breathing life into here. And it's like, I get that Ra doesn't want to do it, but also, it's not like anyone
Someone
else
has
can.
to.
Who else can?
Horace has been vying for that seat both of these books.
I don't know if he can sit on the throne of fire specifically.
Mm.
Like, I think he can be king of the gods, but I don't think he can,
Can't
like,
make the
take
sun
over.
go.
Yeah, I don't know if he can make the sun boat go across the sky the way that Ra does. So,
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I don't.
Got a whole nother
Oh,
book
no.
to figure it out.
Oh, for sure. More of Sadie being a jerk.
He
The glorious
passes the fuck
Ra.
out. He smacks into the mast and falls over, and that's how they get him sitting down.
Again, more reasons why this should be a cartoon, because that is some cartoon-ass comedy.
Get the right
there.
slapstick
Like,
sound on it and you're golden.
Seriously. So as Sadie just keeps making fun of him, Bess is like, really? You're gonna keep making fun of this god? It's really nice to make fun of gods. And he takes it super personally and walks away. And I get it. He has trauma.
He has trauma.
But this is really sad when you think about the rest of the chapter.
It
Or how
really
this
is.
this is one of the last things one of the last conversations they have.
Yeah, that is very rough. Everyone's just tense right now. I don't think that it's just his trauma. I think that, everything going wrong probably affects his mood as well as the kids.
It is the apocalypse happening, and,
Yeah.
Evil is about to win, possibly, so we're not doing great. The negative emotions are winning.
Sadie
They've
is
lost their
not feeling
houses.
great, and Carter is like, yeah, I have to be the general, I have to be hopeful. So he's like, well, Dad'll help. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then they go
Hey.
a-sailing.
A-sailing we will go. Literally, like, nothing happens. And
Oh, no, I do like in the fifth house, I guess, they are sailing through ghost villages, and all of the souls get lit up by the light of the sunboat, and they all, like, turn their faces towards it, and they all seem, like, happy, and he's like, if the world does end, at least we got to show them the sun one last time, and it's like, wow.
right?
That hit for me. That was interesting.
It's a really good line.
Yeah, Ross sleeps through everything. And the river finally starts slowing down, and hey, look, it's Aru! No way! Everything looks beautiful. There's little cottages.
Yay.
The air smells like fresh baked bread. Oh my god, I want to go there. Don't you just love
The smell
bread?
of fresh
Yes.
bread is otherworldly.
Literally amazing.
One of my friends sent me, I forget what it's called, but it's a little, like, wicker thing that you rise dough in for my birthday. So I started making sourdough starters again. I have, like, a regular one and a gluten-free one, and I'm obsessed with bread right now, guys. I can't even tell you.
I'm so glad.
My roommates got me a custom bread pan that has a bread winch on the side. That is
Amazing.
my level of
Oh
bread
my God.
obsession.
That's
Bread.
phenomenal.
Listen, bread. Need I say more?
You needn't. It's the
Exactly.
best shit.
I needn't.
They're making kneading motions. Yes, you need bread.
You need the dough to make the bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
I had to, your visual pun. I had to share with the listeners.
Okay, so we're in the House of Osiris, and hey, look, it's Dad. He looks normal, but also he's blue.
I enjoy these
fine.
duality things with the gods. I think that that's fun. I do like the idea that, like, they would always stop here on the way. That this was, like, part of Ra's routine to just, like, sit down with Osiris and his wife and have a nice meal. It's just lovely
Yeah.
to me. Just a little family reunion for a little bit.
Yeah, why
Gotta
not?
take a break. It's a
It's
long
very
night.
sweet.
Exactly. Yeah. Sadly, Ruby Kane is still a ghost, so nobody can touch her, and that makes this even sadder.
Even sadder, truly.
But yeah, and for some reason, the Land of the Dead / Osiris's house looks like their house in LA. Remember that place where they had so many fond memories before their family got broken apart?
Yeah. It's the same table. It's, oh man. They got them like things that the kids would like. They've got like pizza and sugar-coated strawberries.
And the cake that they
and
exploded.
then a
Literally
birthday
the same
cake.
fucking cake.
Yeah, for Sadie's birthday though, it's God.
It is very cute that they, decide to celebrate Sadie's birthday, but it is funny that it's the same cake that they keep referencing, like, yeah, that was a terrible time when we exploded that cake. And that was the last time we were all together.
For real. So, does that cake exist in the land of the dead because the cake died?
Okay, my bigger question is, we're allowed to eat here? This is like the only land of the dead I've heard of where you're allowed to eat. Because, okay,
Yeah.
like, Land of the Dead and, like, Fairyland kind of have similar rules, it would seem. And I'm like, I'm surprised they can eat here, but they can.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I guess
don't worry about it.
if you think
I'm
about
worrying.
it's not the land of the dead in the same way that hell is, but in Norse Valhalla, you eat there, and that is afterlife.
Did non-dead people go there, though? I can't remember any non-dead people going to Valhalla.
I
in
can't
mythology.
remember either, but I'm not super familiar with Norse
Yeah, it's
mythology,
not
and
my
I could
area
not
of
tell you the last
expertise.
time I read Magnus Chase to tell you if even Rick had
Yeah.
living people go there.
Like besides Odin, like the gods don't count.
Gods
as
don't
like,
count now. They're
in
not-
that.
The gods
They're
are
not-
like a spirit, basically. They're fine. So, but mortal people, yeah, it does seem to generally be a risky thing. But, or is that just a Greek thing? Because I'm like, okay, like Fairyland, yes, that's another example of like an otherworldly location where you're not supposed to eat. But is that like consistent? I don't know.
So the thing is about like the fairy lands and like the fae lands and stuff of like Celtic stuff, that is both a land of the dead and a land of the gods. Like, as well as,
just like
fae
this
stuff.
is like the Dua is like,
Yeah, that's why I'm conflating them all, because it's
They're very
another
similar.
world in a mythology, and those kinds of things tend to have these kinds of rules. But this is also older than a lot of those things. So those rules just might not have become a thing because of like these stories being so much older, and I don't know.
They might also be protected by like something about the ritual of riding the boat, or
True.
something about this being their parents' place.
I also don't know.
They
of
are
any,
also
like,
godlings, kind of, at this point.
Yeah. Like, there aren't any stories that I know of about like people going to the underworld or the afterlife or the duat in Egyptian stuff in the same way. That's a kitty. Was the kitty one that opened the door creepily?
Yes.
So I saw your door open and I was like, hello?
It was baby girl. Isn't she sweet?
It's a beanie baby.
Wow.
My
You were
baby
very
was just
sweet.
crying outside my door.
She didn't even try to bump my mic or anything.
Aw, wow, progress.
There's still time.
I think she wants lap time. Oh, yeah, she does.
I love that for you. They're all sitting to dinner, and there's a specific chair that Carter can't sit in. That's, it's saved
That's
for
for our
somebody
guest.
specific. No one else can sit in that specific chair, I guess. Rules. I don't know. It's not Anubis. Sadie's very sad about this, and she's very obvious.
Sorry, I'm not looking at the text. Is it the foot of the table specifically?
Might be, because Ra's sitting in a specific chair,
Yeah,
so I would assume
'cause
he's at
Ra's
like
at the head
or
of the
something.
table.
Okay, yeah. And Carter was like, I want as far away from that guy as possible, so he was going to sit
Yep.
at the foot. But that's for somebody else. That totally makes sense to me, that Ra's at the head of the table and Khonshu's at the foot.
I would assume that he is. I don't think it necessarily says
It would
which
make sense.
seat
It's
he's
the
in, but
the duality of sun and moon.
Yeah,
Although I will say
exactly.
it's
Yeah.
7 chairs, so it'd be a weird numbering to have a head of the table and a foot of the table.
you know what? Maybe they're all on one side of the table and it's the Last Supper. I don't know.
Sometimes you just have an awkward number of people and you've got to scooch 3 chairs onto one side, and it's a weird time.
Sometimes you just don't have enough chairs.
Sometimes it'd be like
And you
that.
gotta make sure that Ra gets the best chair. And
Mm-hmm.
Khonshu gets, I guess, the second best chair. And then Osiris gets, the third best? It's his house, but he's also the king. So, like,
mhm.
he needs a good chair as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Carter and Sadie are in, like, kitty chairs. Or, like, lawn chairs.
It'd be really funny if they were Do you guys have like a kids table when your whole family gets together for like Thanksgiving or whatever? There's the adults
Thankfully,
table,
no.
and then
Because all the kids are now adults. Hi, I was
We
the kid.
used to do that. It was
Sorry.
a card table in the foyer.
our younger generation is turning fucking 30 now, and we still have a kids table where all of us young adults go sit. That is
No,
off
we
of
also-
the big dining table.
Even when we had like everybody, because like we've switched locations for family dinners and Thanksgiving and stuff so many times, but like there was never a kiddie table necessarily. So-
Interesting. Yeah, my mom's got a pretty big family. My dad too. Both of my parents were like one of the youngest of 5 siblings, I think, both of them. So I've got a
All
lot
the
of
cousins.
relatives.
All the freaking cousins, I guess.
Many cousins, indeed.
I'm surprised that Ruby even needs a chair. She's a ghost.
You want
She's
to
going
not
through the
give the
people.
queen of the
Seat.
underworld a chair? Like, come on now.
She's not the queen of the underworld, though. Remember, she's the queen of, or she's the wife of the host of the god. Not
She's
the queen.
the queen consort. The king consort, whatever.
She's like the mistress at best. I'm sorry.
Consort is like upgraded mistress. She doesn't have a title, but she does have a marriage. She's a consort. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying she doesn't need a chair because she's literally going through people with her hands. Like,
But
how
she
does she
needs a
interact
spot.
with? Does she
Chairs are
interact with the
different than people,
food?
I guess.
Does she
Do you-
interact with the chairs?
Do you not want her to be part of the social event of having dinner together? Like, come on now.
I'm just
She's
wondering.
part
is
of this
Ghost
family.
Rules? Is this the same as Ghost Rules? Like from Ghosts? Like, can she eat the food or does she just smell it?
Who?
Sorry, I'm
does-
thinking too much about this.
I don't know if that comes up. Okay, I'm assuming that the food, like their father himself, has a dual nature. It is both physical and
It must
spiritual
be
food.
because it says
No,
that
wait.
Carter gets served his slice of cake from a ghostly waiter.
Oh, well. Charlie's
No, I was
thinking so hard right now.
Sorry, I was trying to count the amount of chairs and the amount of people, and I miscounted, and I was like, wait, no, she doesn't have a chair. No, she does, because there's 4 canes, and then there's 3 gods, besides
Oh,
Osiris.
yes.
So, yeah, there are 7 people. I was like, no, wait.
Wait.
I'm just stupid.
No, is that not 6? Or, wait.
Carter, Sadie,
Carter,
Osiris,
Sadie, Ruby, Osiris.
Julius, Ruby,
Mm-hmm.
Ra, Beth,
Oh,
Beth,
Ra. I forgot
Khonshu.
about Ra.
Khonshu.
We all forget about Ra.
It's an easy mistake.
He's only at the head of the table.
Yeah, he's only the most important guy here. Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah. So they eat some really good food, as one does. And yeah, they're talking about how everybody sees Aru differently. Hey, it's almost very similar to some stuff we had in Percy Jackson, how everybody saw the underworld differently. Huh? Who knows? I do like that it's not just the Field of Reeds, it's also like there's villages and sailboats. So like perhaps they too get to sleep or like rest.
Okay, I know that it's just like called the Field of Reeds, but again, going back to like my Christian upbringing, I suppose.
Oh my god.
Like, my assumption is that, like, you labor in the field, but the rest of things also continue to be like life on Earth, just better. And so, like, you do have, like, a house that you live in that you go back to, and you sleep and eat and, like, continue.
I mean, those of us who have seen The Good Place know how bad it is to just have the good thing forever and how it can literally turn your brain to mush. So maybe
This
it's
is
good
true.
to have some work, but I just don't want it to hurt my body.
So no cleaning.
Exactly. No cleaning ever. Sadie does, she doesn't blow up the birthday cake, but she does sweep her plate off the table because she's just like, you know what? We failed. Like, why aren't we partying here? I can't just sit here and eat cake. The world is gonna fucking end, Dad. So, what do we do?
Yeah.
And then Moon Pie shows up.
Carter even accidentally foreshadows him. He's like, we'd have to like reverse time, and then Bess figures it out who our mysterious guest is about to be, and he's like, fuck no, that guy, I hate him.
Not him, not that dickhead. What?
Yeah, and Khonshu is immediately like, oh, Bess, my bestie! And Bess is like, we are not friends. Get the fuck away from me.
Right. I do love that Carter's just like, can you just teleport us to the other side? You're a god. Come on.
This is literally your realm. Like, can you, like, give us, like, some leeway here? He's like, sorry.
But it's like that whole, you have to go through, like, Scylla and Charybdis to get through the Sea of Monsters. Like, you have to go this specific way.
It will
There's no
always
way around
be
it.
something you have to go through. You can't just skip it.
Exactly. And then we get our description of Khonshu. So he's got the shaven head and the side lock, of course. We have to have our Italian suit. Because Rick loves a guy in an Italian suit.
He loves a guy in an Italian suit in the underworld.
For some reason.
This is Charon all over again. He's wearing, like, silver crescent amulets. I thought he was wearing, like, more moon things.
It's really just the one. But he's got,
it's
just the one they highlight.
Yeah, he's very minimalist.
And a Rolex.
Yes.
No, he's got rings. Okay. I'm imagining him as, like, looking, like, very snazzy and very, like...
several pounds of platinum chains. But yeah, so it's all black and silver though, specifically. And he's got like a silver Rolex. Yeah. So he's luxurious. He's this Vegas guy. That's his whole thing. They explicitly like call out that he lives in Vegas.
Now, okay, do we think that Rick is describing him to look like a Native American person? Or just that he's being compared to a casino owner, which tend to be Native Americans? Because the description here is like, I might have guessed he was a young Native American billionaire casino owner.
That is not a stereotype I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's why I'm like, what is going on here, Rick?
With this? I really don't know.
That's my one gripe with this, is like, are you trying to say that this guy is a Native American for some reason? Even though he's an Egyptian god?
Ancient Egyptian god, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that that's just to say that he has, you know, a medium brown skin tone. Like, that's what I'm getting out of that. I think that he looks Egyptian. Again,
I'm being hopeful there, but I also don't know, because this is like our first, I guess, depiction of that, if it could be considered one.
Yeah, and also,
in a rec book,
I'm white,
it's a choice.
so I don't want to. I don't want to try and definitively say anything.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what Rick's trying to say here. It's a choice of a phrase.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to say, and maybe that is a stereotype that we don't know about. I really have no idea.
Yeah, so it's something to critique that I don't know what's going on.
Fairly confident he would not have chosen that turn of phrase if he wrote this book today.
No, I don't think so.
Put it that way.
So Khonshu, he sucks. He wants to play a game. Would you play a game with Khonshu?
Absolutely not.
This is literally the devil. He wants you to bargain your soul.
But he's so good-natured about it. I kind of love him. Like,
oh my god. Wait. He's a warlock patron. He's literally a warlock patron. I mean, like, all of the gods are warlock patrons, but, you know. Anyway. So we have to remind everybody once again about the time that Nut gambled for the 5 days, yada yada. As Ra has, like, you know, said moon pie when Khonshu came in. When they mention Nut, he says bad nuts. Probably because he's mad that she had the kids, even though he said
she got
do not
around
have
him.
kids.
Yep.
Specifically, he says that, like, right after they say that, like, she got around his commandment.
Yeah, so it's like, still don't like her. He's still mad.
A potentially good sign. So, his memories are stirring, maybe.
He has memories.
Like I said, I think that everything that he says has a purpose. Like, I think that he's a little more aware than anyone's giving him credit for.
Yeah, he just doesn't know what old git means.
Doesn't sound enough like a god.
So I like Rick's little philosophy thing here. The moon is changeable, it waxes and wanes. Time can also wax and wane. And so, like, that, like, explains why Khonshu is such a little freak.
Yeah, I do kind of like that. It's very interesting. So he wants to give them some time.
Well, not give.
And- yeah, not give, but
He's offering them
imagine?
the chance to win the time.
do you like to win?
Because he's
sometime?
just straight up a gambling addict. That's his whole thing. He's like, ooh, how fun.
Let's play a game.
Yeah. And Bess is like, don't do it because Khonshu will literally devour souls. That's what he used to do. He would devour souls for the pharaoh. So
And
Khonshu's like, I haven't
take
done
the
that
organs
in
out of gods
months.
and whatnot.
I haven't, done that in forever. What month is it again? You know?
Yeah, that's also quite good.
Yeah. So they have to play Senate. Hey, look, Senate came back.
Yeah,
Senate was important.
It was set up all along. Who knew?
And they have 3 pieces each. Don't remember how many pieces are supposed to be on a Senate board. There we go. That's how many we're doing.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So the rules are you try to get your pieces to the end. For each piece they get to the end, that's 1 hour. For each piece that Khonshu gets to the end, that's 1 ren that he gets to take from them.
Yep.
And whoever gets all 3 to the end first wins, I guess.
Yep. It's real great. So nothing will happen. Nothing bad will happen here at all. Of course.
Oh, no,
Their parents
nothing
are
bad.
trying to say, don't do it. You don't need to wager your souls on this.
Right. Because he's not just gonna, learn your ren. He's going to eat it.
Yeah. That's not great. We don't like. I'm not here for it.
I do like how their parents are like, we're so proud of you. They keep saying that because I feel like they feel like they need to because they know intimately that you only have so much time with your children,
Listen,
seeing as they both died by now.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people who read these books need to hear somebody's parents say they're proud of them. The amount of daddy issues that Rick writes.
Yeah. So their mom super does not want them to do this. Their dad is like,
No, she isn't.
I mean, it's your only shot, but you don't have to. Literally, you do
Yeah.
not have to.
But I love them bringing up that literally their mom died to save the world to keep Apophis in his prison. So how can
this
they
is
not?
the least they can do. Yeah.
And so it's each of their souls. It's Sadie's soul, it's Carter's soul, and they need one more. Who's it gonna be? It's Khonshu's best buddy, Bess.
Poor Bess.
Poor Bess. He
Oh, I
was
didn't-
literally the only person available, so I mean, he kind of had to.
Oh, I think I forgot about that part. That happened when he first came up, but there was some mention when Khonshu first came in that Bess wagered some feet of his height. And
Bess gets so mad. He's like, that is not what happened. And I believe him. I feel like Khonshu is just fucking with him.
Khonshu's just
And
being
I'm
a
just
dick
like,
about
what?
about his height.
Yeah, no, I do not believe him for a second. There's no way.
Yeah, and it was supposedly for a time with Bast. I don't know how to feel about that as a joke necessarily when Bess is also supposed to, be this champion of the little people, the ones with dwarfism.
Well, that's why he's so offended.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
I was never not a dwarf. Fuck you.
Yeah. Khonshu just fucking sucks.
He's an asshole, but I like him.
He's even so Sadie's you're insane. And he's I'll bet you 5 extra minutes of moonlight that I'm perfectly sane. Please stop. Please stop.
Always
betting
looking
on
for
everything.
always looking for a little action.
Not even a quick buck or anything. He just wants more souls.
I do.
What does he get out of it?
He's a gambling addict, 100%.
No, I mean what does the soul do for him necessarily?
He said it's tasty.
I don't know. I just want
He just says that was lovely.
I think that he just likes eating them. I think he's yum yum yum.
It's just a little snacky
It's
snack.
is it drugs? Is that what it is? Is eating
It's
a
his
soul
ga-
drugs?
It's his gateway drug.
It's it's gambling, but it's also a drug addiction at the same time.
Well, he doesn't seem like he needs it though. If he seemed like he was super duper into it, then I would be maybe. But I think he's just oh yay, a fun little bonus because I won. Yay! I super don't think that he has a deep reason for anything that he does. I think he's just a little freak.
Yeah, he's all. I think he's
certainly
just
is
constantly
brave.
doing everything just for the heck of it. He's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Oh, I can. Cool. Let's try it.
I just don't like him.
Yeah, no. See, if someone was making jokes like that to me in real life, I would be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, get away from me. like I cannot stand people who like just like say things that aren't true and or make like deadpan jokes, especially like if you're at work. God, I hate shit like that. And that is the neurodivergent brain. I think that you hate this guy because you're autistic.
Wow. Once again, diagnosing me on the pod as we all do.
Yeah, no, people like this are so unpleasant. I don't have diagnosed autism, but I'm like so close to being on the spectrum that it's like whatever. And so this is a thing that I highly relate to, is like being so frustrated with people who just say things that aren't true and like are like, that's a joke. And it's like, but it's not. You just
lied.
Yeah, when you're a cashier and they're like, oh, that should be discounted. And you're like, oh, okay, let me like check something. And they're like, no, that was just a bit. I'm not like, that wasn't true. It's like, but that's not a joke. That I'm doing.
That's
People
not
say
even
that kind of thing
funny.
all the time. I'm doing a job. You're just like prolonging this transaction when it didn't have to be, because
Make the
by
joke
being
actually
weird.
funny. Actually try your joke, maybe, perhaps.
So yeah, no, I would hate this fucking guy in real life, but in a book, I'm like, haha, he's silly.
Nah, I just hate him. I mean, the gambling thing is also hitting very close to home right now. My parents have been very, very obsessed with going to the casinos lately.
Oh no.
And I'm just like, guys, why?
Oh yeah, my mom's family enjoy. I guess I have a lot of like aunts or uncles who enjoy gambling. So,
I just don't understand
not to
it.
like dox myself, I live close to Deadwood in South Dakota. The place that is famous for gambling. Like, that is all that it is. The whole town is fucking casinos, and they always want to go to Deadwood, and I'm like, fuck no. I'm not going to Deadwood. There's no food I can eat there. I'm vegetarian. It fucking sucks. It's boring as hell, and I have no interest in gambling because I fucking know how it works. Like, mathematically, like, you don't win. Like, it's not worth it. Gambling is never worth it.
It's not
And
something you can get good
legalizing
at.
sports betting and like the shit that is going on with like these online betting markets for like politics and shit it's a fucking nightmare. It is a nightmare world. It is a hell world. It's awful. It's awful for everything, because there are people who have the capability to rig real life for their fucking bets, and there's no regulation like there is for like sports betting, where that is a real risk that we've had to like, you know, kind of push back against and like regulate against. When you're moving these markets into like real important like politics and shit, like the idea of people doing things for the purpose of making money in that situation, like, makes my skin fucking crawl. Gambling is an evil. It is something that we need to fucking do something about. It's a nightmare. It's a hell in our current modern day America.
I hate to talk about the State of the Union, but they leaked the length of his speech ahead of time so that people would bet on it, and they lied about it so that people would bet that it would be longer than 2 hours, and then he comes in under 2 hours and people lose a ton of money. Like, when you can bet on things that people can deliberately manipulate, it's like, that is like, despicable behavior.
Truly,
I just can't fathom.
Truly,
like, it's obviously it's an addiction, so like that's why people do it. But like, you can't bet on something that people can directly affect the outcome of.
No,
because you will never have a chance of winning.
Yeah. I didn't know about that specific stuff that you're talking about, but that's fun. That's really fun and stupid. I hate that.
Yeah, no, the state of gambling in America is a fucking nightmare currently. It is getting worse and worse.
My specific gripe was how obsessed my parents are with the slots. And I'm just like, that's not something you can get good at, okay?
No. Yeah, like, at least with nothing. With like some card, like if you play poker, like there's at least something you can do to that.
Yeah.
Like,
slots
it is
just
a skill, and it's also, like, I don't, okay. I get that it's like straight dopamine and like there is an addictive quality to it, but to me slots are just so fucking boring.
Yeah, that's
like
that's
you are
my
not
problem, is that I
doing
don't-
anything. You
I don't
hit a
even
button. And then,
understand.
yeah, I
the
don't
You
get
hit
it.
a button
does
and
not
see if you win or
compute
lose.
Like I
to my
want it to be an
brain.
actual game. Like
I would
if
get
you're
too
gonna be
bored.
like coming here to
Which,
play
to bring it
games.
back, like, this
Yeah,
is why
like-
this works as, like, this, I understand why
Mhm.
you would gamble with Senate, because
Yeah.
like, there is still
Absolutely.
skill to playing the game.
Mhm.
And
Like
you're
if we bet at
taking the
Monopoly
risk.
or something, like that would
Yeah.
that would actually make sense to me, because like you can work at that strategically and it's an actual game and it's not just straight chance.
Uh-huh. But casinos can't let you be doing something that you can actually have an effect on the outcome, because then they might end up having to pay you a lot of money. Like even with
Yeah, I
like
get it.
cards like blackjack and shit that have such an element of randomness, even though it is a skill that you can get better at. If you win too much,
They don't.
they will
Yeah,
come
if you
kick
win
your
too
ass
much,
out.
they don't let you keep playing.
Yeah, if you're too good at it, they're like, "Fuck you, get out of
And
here."
in Vegas,
You're trying to take all our money.
They will like blacklist you across all the casinos.
So it's like, don't actually get good at gambling. It's not good.
Yeah, no, nobody.
No
like,
good comes from gambling.
No, it's gonna seem so harmless, like, but that's how people get addicted. Like, this is an addictive thing. Do not even start. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. Like I'm coming down on a hard stance against gambling. Actually, like, if you are playing fucking dreidel with your friends and family for candy, go for it. Like that's great. Have fun.
Yeah.
If you've got like a $5 pot for the Super Bowl, like that's what some of my like sort of relatives do. They have a big Super Bowl party, tons of people come over to their place, and they have like a thing where you like guess which team is going to win and guess what the points are going to be at the end, and whoever gets the closest like wins the pot, and everyone has put in $5. And so
And,
like you get like a
that's
nice
harmless.
little, yeah, that is literally harmless. You can do that. Do not gamble or bet for any company ever. They will fuck you over. They will. Don't even start, because it is addictive. Like if you play a slot machine, that is as big of a risk as any illegal drug. Like, just don't do it. Sorry that like half this episode is now a rant about gambling.
No, that I think that's very valid, because of like I have a strong stance on this too. So
When they're like they are
And
gambling
they are
in the
literally
chapter,
gambling,
so
so-
it is an appropriate time
Right.
to address it. Especially
I
given the
do
state of
love
things
like
now.
gambling shows and shit where like people are like wagering like ridiculous shit, like, you know, like your soul or whatever. Like I think that it's a really great like narrative device. I think that it's super fun because it is like heart racing and like dangerous and interesting.
yeah, I do like it in a narrative
Mhm,
like this, where it is, again, we're still doing it strategically. We're still like, it's still less about the chance of it. I mean, sometimes it's okay if it's fully chance, if it's, again, in a narrative. But when it's real
Mhm.
people, I'm like, maybe don't do that. Maybe don't actually sell your soul for gambling.
You should not play the devil for your soul, because the devil always wins. And that is the casino also.
Literally.
The casino is the devil. And
I-
they are trying to
I
make a
have
profit.
I have stepped into the actual like gambling space for a casino one time, and it was the day that I turned 21, so that I said I could do it. Like, you know, so I did it. And that's all I did, was I walked in there. I don't even walk in there anymore, because I have no
Valid.
reason to go. Okay, so let's talk about this strategy once again, because we're also putting off the tragedy of this chapter, I think. Because that comes
It
up
is fast
literally now.
approaching.
Yeah, it almost feels like Khonshu and Bess knew exactly how this game was going to play out. Like, it almost feels like Khonshu like tugs on the strings of fate so that things turn out interesting for him.
Could be. So he immediately starts like getting most of his pieces, or one of his pieces got near to the end of the board. It got stuck in the House of Three Truths. He can only roll a 3 to get out of there.
But apparently,
And-
if you do roll the 3, your piece is going to get right to the end. So
Yeah.
Yep.
So Sadie could only do one of two things after she rolls. She could move their lead piece, or they could bump Khonshu's piece back to the start. But Bess is like, well, we don't want to get stuck in the house of three truths, so go to the end instead. Like, get one of your
the
pieces
odds,
out.
take the lower odds of him rolling a 3 and get the one piece across, because then it's a cross.
Yeah, Carter immediately said, like, bump his piece. That's the safest option. And Bess is like, no.
We can't be safe to save the world.
Yeah, you need the moonlight. Get a piece of moonlight. Get an hour.
The thing is, you do sometimes have to lose a piece. I played checkers like last week with some kids, and I was literally just like, well, I mean, there's no way that I can move anything without this kid potentially getting rid of my piece. But if I lose a piece and they move closer to me, then I can get their next piece out. So sometimes you gotta do it.
That's how you fucking play chess. You put out a sacrifice. Like, it's how it works. It's how it goes.
I've still never played chess. There are children in elementary school that play chess now. And I'm like, what? What?
The kids
It's
love
so
chess.com,
surprising.
I guess, is what I heard a while ago. I don't know if that's still true.
Me and my coworkers were talking about it. We're just like, I didn't think that kids below high school played chess. What's going on with the chess revolution?
It's a whole thing. I have never been interested in chess because I've only ever played with amateurs, and I'm an amateur, and then you're like, we probably have the rules right, and then you don't know when you're supposed to call the game because no one actually can get like a checkmate, and so then you have like 3 pieces and the game never ends and you want to actually die. So I've never had any particular fun playing chess.
Well, that's really fun. Again, I have like no real concept of how chess works.
I just don't have the foresight of future moves with chess that you have to be good at it.
Right.
Like, you have to anticipate
to be
the
good at
outcomes
chess,
of
you
your
have to
moves.
like have memorized all of these openings and shit. And like, I'm never gonna do that. That sounds so boring to me.
Yeah.
And I also do not have the foresight to see ahead like 5 moves or what the fuck ever. That's not happening.
Yeah, I don't think I could do 5 moves, but I could play checkers. I
Hell
can do pretty good at checkers.
I haven't played checkers
I was still smoking
since I
those
was a
kids.
kid, probably.
I was smoking those kids. So
Hell yeah.
And they were just like, wait, no, I can do this. And I'm like, you literally can't. I'm sorry, you can't do that.
I love that you're winning because you actually know the rules of checkers.
That's literally how I win all of the games against the kids, is that I know the rules.
You know the rules and they don't.
And I'm telling them how to play the game. And they're like, why can't I just go on the other piece? Why can't I go, like, they're trying to go side to side. And I'm like, that's not how it works, bro.
That's literally just not in the rule set of the game.
And they're the ones who reminded me that I could go double. Like, as long as you have a space, you can just keep jumping.
You can keep collecting.
I've, like, never done that before. And then I realized, oh my god, you can do that. Thank you for reminding me. So that's why I was smoking them.
Thank you for reminding me of how I can beat you even harder.
Yeah, so their best bet here is to listen to Bess. And
I cannot believe that they finally actually made that pun.
They did it.
We've been doing it the whole book.
I mean, Khonshu made it, so
Khonshu's like,
I think...
nice.
Yeah, I think we can't say it anymore because Khonshu has now said it, and we've resolved that we hate him, and he makes the worst jokes. So they get one of their pieces out, they win an hour of moonlight, and guess what? He rolls a 3!
Because of course he does.
He gets his piece out, and he gets to numb a soul.
It's fucked up. He's like, I'm doing it right now. Like,
so they don't even get to finish the game with all 3 of them. It's like, nope, this is immediately mine.
The issue I have here is that, yes, he wants to, like, show them the stakes and kill their friend right in front of them, so then they have to finish this game and be so fucking traumatized.
Yeah. It would be really hard to play a board game with a guy who just ate your friend. That's very true. That's like some Saw Trap type shit.
I was gonna say, this is once again Rick showing his, like, horror writer things. Rick, are you listening? Write a fucking horror novel. I'm telling you. Do it. I don't know if I'll read it, but it'll probably be amazing.
think he'd be really good at like tween horror. Kids love fucking horror novels and shit.
Like, he could be the next Goosebumps guy.
Hell yeah. I'd love that.
I'm specifically sad that Bess takes off his Hawaiian shirt, he folds it carefully on the table, and then it disintegrates with him anyway. I would have kept his Hawaiian shirt. Like, I think I would have, like, put that on myself and been like, Bess is still here with us, okay? Okay? You can't take this away from me.
But you can't even keep that much.
You can't even keep his fucking shirt because Khonshu ate, like, his entire being in the shirt on the table.
Yeah,
What's the logic?
So that's weird, isn't it? Like, he ate his Ren, his name, his identity and memories, but like Bess should still be there. So like some shit has gone on here. So in my little brain, I'm like, this is just like the best thing. Like he'll be back, right? He'll be back. I'm sure.
Or is it different
he's
because
fine.
he's a god?
Right. That's
Like,
definitely a possibility.
Is the Ren a higher possibility because he's a god?
Khonshu does not explain, which makes me think that there's going to be some loophole later of some sort.
Or Khonshu's just a dick and doesn't want to explain anything.
Not like this would be a better option, but why couldn't they just have, like, Bess be there and just be chilling in the chair and sadly be a vegetable? Like, he turns into a piece of broccoli. I don't know.
Right.
Like,
and so the kids point it out, and Khonshu does not address the question. Like, I think that if there was an explanation, like Rick is like, yeah, this is just different for gods or whatever, I think that it would have been brought up. Like, somebody would have explained it. Since it has not been explained, I'm like, there's some little tricksy something going on here. And I think we're gonna get our mans back somehow. That's my dream and my hope and my resolve at this moment in time.
We'll certainly find out what happens. But it is very cute that, okay, so Carter is like, I have to be the expendable one because Sadie is the one who can cast the spell and Bess needs to protect her. And he tries to offer himself up, but Bess is like, nope, it was my move. I told you guys what to do. My idea. Let's go.
Yep. And they're like, you were planning this the whole time? And he's like, well, the important thing is that you get all the moonlight and that you don't lose any more pieces. You had one that was an extra. That was me. I had decided that from the very beginning. It's like, damn, bro, it's fucked up.
He's going to sacrifice himself.
No, you can't. There must be another way. We get some of Bess's memories right before he disappears. I love specifically Bess in a powdered wig.
I love that so much.
Doing cartwheels in front of the redcoats.
So what's going on there, huh?
Don't even worry about why that's happening. I'm imagining like some cartoonish bullshittery where Bess is trying to help out the Americans, and so he's distracting the redcoats.
Yeah, that's literally has to be it, right? Okay. Also, Nazi demon? Rick can just not help bringing in Nazis. He has to.
Hey. He couldn't punch the Nazi because he's Bess. He has to scare him. So, what is better than seeing Bess in his little Speedo yelling boo at a Nazi and the Nazi crumpling to dust?
I do enjoy Bess destroying a Nazi demon, as is his God-given right.
Exactly.
And then there's a bunch of memories of him with them, because he loves them. I'm crying every day.
Listen, we've only had one book with Bess. Less time than we've had with Bast in the last book. And we love
I've only had Best for one book, but if anything happens to him...
I would kill everyone in this room and then myself. Like, it's exactly that.
But something did happen to him. But hopefully he'll be fine. Eventually.
Please bring my boy back.
Okay. They win the game pretty fast after that, thankfully, because they're both so fucking mad. Sadie doesn't speak for the entire rest of the game until she says, I hate you. After they've won. They don't get to say goodbye to their parents. They just get, like, zapped right back to the ship as Carter is about to lunge at Khonshu. That's what's surprising to me, is that it's not Sadie that, like, tries to lunge at him. It's Carter. Not so you know that
also because Khonshu is like, if you want to gamble with me again, let me know.
Yeah.
They have good credit.
God damn. He is such a little bitch. I like him so much.
He's very
so sorry.
Khonshu is very good at knowing how to needle them.
Uh-huh.
He always knows the exact thing to say that's gonna tick him off just that little bit more.
He's a little bit like Set, but Set always feels a little desperate.
No, Set's better. Set is my little gay uncle. Okay.
No, like, I feel like Khonshu is what Set wishes he was. Khonshu just actually has the don't give a fuck attitude. Set gives a lot of fucks.
Set is just so much better. I'm sorry. Set is my problematic fave. Khonshu can go die in hell.
Khonshu's my problematic fave now. Sorry, guys. I'm adopting him. This horrible man is gonna live in our house now. And he's only going to cause problems every day. And you'll be like, why is this fucking guy here? And I'll be like, he's funny.
This is just making me think of, like, the trope that always eventually happens. Like, they've kind of adopted Set into their family, but, like, when you kind of adopt one of the villains into your family near the end of the show, and it's just like, how did this fucking happen again? Like, weren't you trying to kill us 2 seasons ago? Like, why are you our prisoner anymore? Shadow Weaver, why are you here? Like, what's going on?
And the evil person is like, really, it doesn't make any sense. I have no idea why you brought me here. Like, I shouldn't
why do you
be
trust
here.
me?
Like, there is no reason for you to have anything to do with me.
And that's what you're doing with Khonshu.
Yeah.
Okay, they go to the House of Challenges. It's not very challenging.
Because they're
they beat some
super
monsters.
pissed off.
Yeah,
Which is so
literally.
funny that we are just straight up skipping all this shit. Like, it feels like Rick's like, we're almost done with this book. We're just gonna go.
I don't have anything important to put in here. We're just gonna go.
He's like, I'm
Let's just
slowly
get to the
running out
end.
of gods. I have one more book left. I can't extend this book any farther.
we can't waste any of our good ideas on all these fucking gates. Like, we gotta go.
I do love that, Sadie's casting new spells. She's summoning sheets of ice. She's turning an entire ship of pirate ghosts. Why are there pirate ghosts in the Egyptian duat?
Don't worry about it.
Question mark? Are they Egyptian pirates? Are they regular
Because
pirates?
magic.
Why are there Civil War Confederates in
This is true.
the Greek afterlife? Like,
I need to know what kind of pirates they are. Like, is this Blackbeard again, or like what's going on?
again?
Yeah, why is
He
there a
wasn't Percy
Blockbuster guy in
Jackson.
that?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
Yes. No, I know. That would just be very funny. If it's like the platonic ideal of Blackbeard is just in every afterlife for some reason.
Don't worry about it.
There are pirate ghosts in the Egyptian afterlife, and there's a Blockbuster guy in Elysium.
Yeah. Don't worry
Yes,
about it.
Exactly. I love Mitch, the Blockbuster guy. He's my favorite.
He deserves Elysium. I hope all those guys made it.
I think
after
I need
that.
to keep growing my hair out so that I can cosplay as Mitch, the Blockbuster
Fuck
guy.
yes.
Die to see that.
We need it.
Somebody teach me how to do zombie makeup better than I usually do. And I
Yeah, he's
will
got like
find a
prosthetics
Blockbuster
in his
outfit.
cheek. You'll have to
Yeah.
like get some pieces to put there. I don't know.
I don't know how to do that shit. I could try to do some makeup to make it look like I'm sunken, but I don't know about prosthetics. My skin can't take very much. What I was trying to say is that you turn them into Khonshu bobbleheads,
Yeah, like my girl.
specifically,
and then
and then vaporize them.
and then vaporize
obliterated.
them.
Yeah.
They're
My
working
girl
out some
mad.
anger issues.
This is a healthy way of working at your anger. You turn it onto the monsters who were trying to kill you anyway. So,
Hello, misplaced aggression. I think that's also a Danny Phantom line.
that sounds like it would be. Daniel Phantom is a character, for sure.
One of the characters of all time.
It's true.
So it looks like the river has, like, been sabotaged for some reason. Is it actually, one, I don't remember, two, why would you sabotage the river? Don't they want him to kill Ra anyway?
So the river is supposed to lead out. Like, we're in the last house. Like, you're supposed to be able to go out. But instead, it has been, like, diverted into this pit. And so, like, there's no way to actually sail out of the cycle.
They still need Kepri. So they can't even go all the way out until they find Kepri.
Yeah, so I don't know what they were even thinking at this point. But yeah, so I would definitely call this sabotage. It is a chaos pit.
Yay, Chaos Pit! Hey, Raye, meet me in the pit.
Okay. I'll bring snacks.
Oh my god. So yeah, they don't actually crash. They go down sideways, and there's, you know, the airplane pressure is magical, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And Vlad is here.
Gravity shift's always a little disorienting.
Vlad is here. There's scarab shells all over, and hey, what's Kepri look like again? What kind of animal is he?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That could be important.
okay. I get it now. Okay.
Bad news bears.
We gotta find the needle in the haystack, or like a golden coin among a thing of chocolate coins. Like there's one actually gold one. That's what I feel like we're about to have to do.
Why did that made me think of Delicious in Dungeon when they're eating the
treasure
bugs.
bugs. Oh my god, yeah.
Matt, I don't know if you've seen this anime. You should. Everyone should. But
it's great.
They eat monsters, and one of the monsters is they literally look like they are treasure, but they are bugs that look like they are treasure.
And so when you pick them up, then they like eat you.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then our member of the party who cooks the monsters puts away the ones that aren't monsters, and then they're like, wait, what do we do with these? Like, they're not edible? We can't eat them? Oh, you can throw them out, I guess. And they realize, wait, these were real coins. Why did we just throw them away?
We just threw away money.
Why did we do this?
Yeah, because the guy is just like a dwarf who lives inside the dungeon, so he has no need for money. He's like
He doesn't
subsistence
care.
farming down here. Like
Senshi is the best character.
I love him.
I named my cat feeder Senshi.
Oh.
Because it connects to the Wi-Fi and everything. I had to name it something memorable.
Okay.
So that is
we
the chapter.
did it. Yeah.
We're in the end game now, buds.
Yeah,
we
we
have
fucking
3
are.
chapters left.
Holy crap. What a place to jump back into this book.
You're welcome.
I don't know if we're ready.
I don't feel like I'm ready at all. If we're following, the Star Wars formula, you have your rising action where your main characters seem to be doing well, and then you have your second story where everything goes to shit so badly. We can also see this in Avatar: The Last Airbender seasons. Season 2 ends with everything being the most fucked up possible. So I'm not feeling great about our second book in the trilogy here, ending in a good spot.
I don't know why, but when you said if we're following our like Star Wars plot lines, my brain went to, so the third book they're gonna bring back the Death Star, but now it's bigger
and introduce teddy bears.
Like are we gonna get the Red Pyramid back, but it's bigger and it's got bigger lasers? Like what's going on here?
That would be
pyramid.
sick, actually. Let's do that.
And there's just like a bunch of tiny Shabti like going around, and they look really cute. I don't know. Those are the teddy bears.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
No.
Like the most hated thing, the most hated plotline, the most hated movie. I love that line because it's so stupid. It's my favorite
worst.
thing.
It's so bad.
Have you guys seen the fucking, oh my god, Worthy Kids animation of Palpatine's return? I think it's called like Palpatine's Journey or whatever, and it's just like the end of like the original trilogy, and they just like throw Palpatine out of the airlock, and then you're just like with him, and he's just like falling, and he just like falls onto a planet, and Yoda's Force Ghost is there, and he's like, rest in peace, and he's like, death is a concept invented by the Jedi. I'm just gonna lay here and heal. And Yoda's like, no, dead you are.
Why does this feel like a Lego Star Wars concept?
It's
like
so
I can
feels like
perfectly.
something
If you
it's
haven't
happening.
seen that video,
But Legos.
please look up that video. It's so fucking funny. Everything about it makes me go insane. I'll send it to our
Is that
chat.
your plug?
Definitely.
Is that Ray's plug?
It's not, because I
Okay.
have too many things to talk about, but
Okay,
but
cool.
it is a plug.
Matt, do you want to plug socials? I can't remember if you plug.
Yeah,
socials
I'm on
or not.
Instagram at Shaman Nomo, and the better place to find me is the Discord.
Yes, Matt exists. He is wonderful.
Matt
Friendship.
is in our Discord, like a real pillar of the community.
Not
I
like
just kind
Raye.
of lurk.
Raye who lurks sometimes.
Yeah. I'm the least reliable community member. If y'all are pillars of the community, I am the sand that you shouldn't build your house on. Like,
Oh,
you know, like, that's also a Bible reference. Like, you need to build your house upon the rock instead of on the sand.
oh, okay. I thought this was like the fourth little pig that tried to build a house out of sand or something, and immediately got blown away.
That's
Like, that house
Oh,
is not going to stand up against the wolf. I
oh
don't
my
think.
god.
Do we have any plugs? Who would like to mention some plugs so we can leave this 2-hour episode?
Yeah, holy shit. Y'all heard about these fucking books? They're pretty good.
What books?
Just like books in general. I
Oh, just books.
have not read any books like all of last year, like maybe the last 2 years. I did not read shit. My New Year's resolution, I was like, I'm gonna read 10 books this year. That is so easy. It is so fucking doable. I've read like 6. Like,
Yeah.
but I've been listening to them with my Libby app, so, you know, reading depending on who you ask. But
You finished
books,
the book.
God,
Doesn't
it's
matter
been
if you read or
so
listened to
long.
it, you
Books are
finished the
so
book.
fucking good.
It's only been 2 months into the year at this point. Like, you have time to read more books.
Yeah, hell yes.
So,
I sure
you're good.
do. I'm very, very exciting. Anyways, I finally read Gideon the Ninth. Listen to it.
Oh my God.
The narrator fucking rules. I highly recommend the audiobooks for the whole Locked Tomb series. There is like this specific like animatic that made me want to listen to these audiobooks because it is such a funny little scene. I'll find that for you guys also. But yeah, people already know. The people know about the Locked Tomb series. But
I was like, I'm surprised you've only just read it. I feel like everybody has. I have not.
Yeah, for real.
But all the Tumblr girlies.
I'm straight up telling you, I have not read shit in like a couple of years. It has been bad. But I'm back. I'm in the book scene. We're doing it. We're making it happen. Gideon the Ninth, space lesbian necromancers.
Need you say more?
Need I say more? Also, the world building is fucking wild. Like, absolute. There is a whole magic system based around necromancy with like at least 8 different disciplines of necromancy. You can be a bone adept, you can be a flesh mage, you can siphon souls, you can you can do like healing. Yeah, there's a whole magic system. It is not explained because the main character of the first book, your like narrative character, she does not know how to do necromancy and she could not care fucking less. She wants to carry a big sword and look at hot women. That is all that she cares about. She wants to work out and look at hot women. And I appreciate her so much. Gideon Nav, my queen, I love her.
I would also like to have a big sword and love hot women.
She's like, I want to join the army because every time that I read like magazines and comics about the army, like, and all the like soldiers have like big titty necromancer women who are like, wow, you're so cool and strong. She's like, yes, I want big titty necromancers to appreciate me.
Me too, bro.
It's a goal we can all aspire to.
Also, she's canonically hot. People are like, damn, girl, your muscles. Wow.
I love that. Love that for her. Matt, do you have a plug?
Yeah, I was going to plug Marvel's new show on Disney Plus, Wonder Man. Very, very little superhero anything in it. It's just these 2 actors in Hollywood trying to get into a movie.
That is so funny. I love that.
It's just a buddy show. It's just these 2 guys that become friends, and it's, you know, Sir Ben Kingsley is so funny.
That's adorable.
I decided to make it Marvel.
But yeah, it's just a fun show.
You know, I also just recently watched, what was it fucking called? There's a new Predator movie. It's like Predator Badlands or something.
Yeah.
So that's like a found family movie about this one predator guy who just goes out on like an adventure in this planet that sucks. And like, it's made me think about like very small scale stories in like these big scale settings. Like sometimes you can just have a story about a guy in Hollywood in a superhero setting and like have that setting just make it more interesting. Sometimes you're just some little alien guy and we get to learn about your culture and hang out with you for a little bit. You know, I think that kind of thing is really cool and good. I don't know anything about this show, but that sounds good in my book. What about you, Charles?
Okay. I thought of something when we were talking about what were we fucking talking about?
Books, necromancers.
Oh, we were talking about Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars, right.
Because that reminded me of a YouTube video I'd seen recently. I don't think I've plugged this guy before, but I did the algorithm showed me this person, and I was like, wow, I should watch their content to see if I should get them on one of my other podcasts, because he does some Scooby-Doo things once in a while. His name is Chase Bridges, and his most recent video was, I've never seen Star Wars, here's what I think happens. And he just, I mean, he stole Mary Clay's thing, but it was still funny. And most of what he tries to do is solve like mysteries before like it happens in whatever medium.
Okay, I actually know who you're talking about now that you say that.
So he's done several episodes on Pretty Little Liars, like one for each season, and I've been watching them and I'm just like, do I need to rewatch Pretty Little Liars now? Like, don't make me rewatch Pretty Little Liars in the year of our Satan 2026. Like, goddamn. But he also, okay, what's the podcast called? Okay, so his thing that made me start watching him is Unleashed, a fake true crime podcast.
Oh my god.
So technically my Scooby-Doo podcast was inspired by the Tumblr post that's like, what if you just told like true crime stories, but it was actually just Scooby-Doo episodes? And that's what inspired the opening of the dramatic reading of like things. But he actually did the thing where he brings on somebody who has no idea what's happening. He pretends that it is a real true crime podcast. And then he's like, actually, this was an episode of Scooby-Doo. So they're trying to like solve like what happened the whole time. God. And he's like, well, guess what?
That's
Holy
incredible.
Shit. Yeah, I have seen those floating around on YouTube. I haven't watched any yet. I will have to after this. That sounds delightful.
He did have to change the formula a little bit because after 3 episodes, people
like the people know.
The people do know eventually, but I still think that's amazing. Like, is this an episode of Scooby-Doo or is it true crime? And like which of these is the real true crime one? And he tells 2 episodes of Scooby-Doo actually. So he's still like fucking with people. And this is the kind of prank that I think is fun. Because pranks tend to not be fun.
I think that's it, my dudes. Why don't you?
I think that's it.
Yeah, release us from this mortal coil.
I certainly will release you from this mortal coil. You lost your Senate pieces, and I'm gonna go.
No!
I'm gonna slurp up your souls
like
and leave nothing. Not even a Hawaiian shirt behind. So.
It's a real travesty.
Yeah, I guess we'll miss you all. Farewell. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
You can follow this podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send us a message through the duat to oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about the Riordanverse or whatever else. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology, no promises. You can check out our merch store on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. If you want to hear more from me, Raye, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe. That podcast Twitter is at Barbie Slaps.
You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. You can also hear my voice on 2 other podcasts. I co-host another podcast on the network with the meme maker Robert called The Bits, where we talk about the Cartoon Network show Steven Universe. I also co-host a non-network podcast with my buddy Ethan called Mysteries in the Machine, where we talk about all things Scooby-Doo. Our music was created and produced by Isabel Strauss-Riggs. You can find Isabel at Kane I, that's I is in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now we are discussing The Kane Chronicles. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
Have you ever gotten so distracted in Stardew Valley that you forgot to sleep? Have you realised that you have a whole room in your house full of dolls? Or have you even bored your friends to sleep talking about your passion? Well then, Content Capable is the podcast for you. Join me, Sam, as I chat to people passionate about what they do, asking questions about how they fell in love with their passion, what they do, and how it interacts with their day-to-day lives. Catch the podcast every Monday as I find out what makes someone tick, all while gleaning interesting and insightful life lessons along the way. There'll be laughs, a bit of crying, a whole lot of conversations, and we learn just a little bit more about the world around us.
I hope you love the in-progress room. I had to move my curtains from the other room because my curtains for this room still haven't arrived. Still waiting on them. And I was supposed to have a new chair arriving today, too. I don't know where it is.
Oh,
it is now 7 at night.
Yay!
And where is my chair? Let me check
It's going to show up in the middle of the recording.
Still no notifications from Amazon. It said it was going to be delivered today. I feel like they don't deliver past 8 p.m.
People hate to give you furniture. They're like, Charlie doesn't get any furniture, actually.
They must have a barren room.
Well, I have some stuff here. I have, because I've acquired things now. I've acquired some furniture.
Mm-hmm. You
Just not the
have
stuff that's
acquired
supposed to come.
physical ownership of some items.
I do. I have. I remained intact because I was not moved by the movers. Thankfully. My cat is also intact.
Very
My
important.
bed survived because it was metal.
Mm-hmm.
And less breakable. Oh, okay.
We're doing great.
We're doing wonderful.
Just thriving.
Dave X Media.